You're watching Local 5 News.
Your student loans forgiven. President Biden today delivering on a campaign promise. But there is a limit to that forgiveness and a new plan to help make repaying the rest of it more manageable. All while Biden again extended the pause on repaying your student loans.
There are three key factors what we're going to do today. First, we've made incredible progress advancing America's economic recovery. We've wound down pandemic relief programs like the ones on unemployment insurance and small businesses. It's time we do the same thing for student loans.
Tonight, we are speaking with a financial expert to help make sense of Biden's announcement. Local 5's Larissa Leone joins us in studio with what the forgiveness plan means for you.
President Biden threw a lot of information and a lot of numbers today. Student debt forgiveness for $10,000, $20,000, Pell Grants, and extending the repayment until the end of the year. It's a lot. So let's break it down. First, regardless of how much student loan debt you have, Biden again extended a pause of repayments through the last day of the year. That gives you 5 months to start making a repayment plan. Second, Biden is forgiving up to $10,000 in student loan plans as long as you make less than $125,000 or $250,000 as a household. If you got a Pell Grant, you can get up to $20,000 in loans forgiven. Now, you may be asking, what does that up to mean? Well, it's simple. If you only have $7,000 in student loans, then you'll get it all forgiven and just won't get any more than that. President Biden says these actions are all to help in making the transition to repaying your student loans a smoother process. Before all this goes into effect, you've got a little bit of homework to do. A financial attorney I spoke with says you have to familiarize yourself with the details of your loans.
The next thing borrowers should be doing right now is contacting the servicer to make sure all information is up to date. You don't want to miss valuable information that can be disseminated over the next several weeks, especially if you're going to qualify under one of these forgiveness programs today.
Tane recognizes this process can be overwhelming for some. I spoke with one borrower who says she almost $100,000 in student debt and ties her debt to her self-worth and worth to society, saying it's all negative.
I put myself so far in the hole that I feel like even just taking a little bit of that weight off would be super helpful overall.
It's important to note the federal government says nearly 8 million borrowers may get the student loan forgiveness automatically. That's due to income data they already have. But if the U.S. Department of Education doesn't have your income data, they'll get an application up in the upcoming weeks. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear more from experts and borrowers and dig even deeper on how this debt relief proposal could impact you. Larissa Leone, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
Larissa, thank you. Senator Joni Ernst responded to the recent student loan forgiveness decision. She said, quote, President Biden is rewarding the wealthy and penalizing working families. Why should Iowans who chose to go straight into the workforce or pay for their own education foot the bill for master's degrees for the wealthy? Now, it is unfair and will fan the flames of inflation and add to our growing federal debt. Meanwhile, Chuck Grassley said in a tweet, people making up to $125,000 or a couple making up to $250,000 are getting student loans paid for by everyone else who didn't go to college or paid their own loans. Now, he added, this will further inflation, hurting those who can least afford it. Meanwhile, President Biden presented a third part to his student loan repayment plan. This one focuses on making the repayments more manageable. So here's 3 more things to know. His proposed rule will make changes to the income-driven repayment plan that you may already use. Instead of payments being 10% of your monthly income, that drops to no more than 5%. And you would get complete loan forgiveness after 10 years of repayments. That's instead of 20 years. But for the borrowers with less than $12,000 left to pay.